Corrin Berg. I'm a fitness professional at VIGORworks Fitness Center in Center City, Philadelphia. Our series of exercise videos today are going to be demonstrating 3 different interval training programs. They're based upon different levels of fitness. So you first want to determine what your current fitness level is, and then find the program that's best for you. Each program can be modified to your fitness potential. This video is going to be demonstrating a beginner level interval training using a jog and a walk as the different intensity levels. You want to start with a warm-up of a walk for 5 minutes. You're also going to cool down with the same walk for 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes is complete, you start with your high intensity interval of a light jog. We're going to use a ratio of 3 to 2. That's 3 minutes of a high interval, followed by 2 minutes of a low interval, or a recovery. You want to bring your target heart rate zone in your high interval up to 65 or 75% of your target heart rate zone. Or in your RPE, the rate of perceived exertion, you want to bring the high interval up to an 8. An 8 again is only when you're able to reply to a sentence in brief words. You are breathless, sweating, and definitely fatigued. At the end of the 3 minutes, you want to bring that interval back down to a moderate walk, letting your heart rate recover to 55% of your target heart rate zone, or dropping down to an RPE of 5 or 6. At an RPE of 5 or 6, you should be sweating, but able to talk, and just lightly breathless. After the 2 minutes of your recovery interval, or your low interval, you want to bring it back up to your high interval of the jog, again raising it up to an RPE of 8, and bringing your target heart rate zone up to 65 or 75%. When all of your intervals are complete, you want to cool down with a 5-minute walk. That concludes our beginner interval training with a walk to jog ratio. This program is an interval training for the advanced runner. You want to start with a warm-up of 5 minutes at a light jog. You're going to start your first high interval, bringing your pace up to a sprint. You want to raise your RPE up to an 8. This means that you should only be able to reply to a sentence in short words, and you should be very fatigued, breathing very heavy, and sweating a lot. If it's too comfortable, it's not high enough, and you need to increase the intensity. You want to bring your heart rate up to 85% of your target heart rate zone. If you're an advanced runner or an elite runner, you can also increase the incline at this point to a mild incline, about 4 or 5%. We're going to use the ratio of 1 to 1, 1 work ratio to 1 rest ratio. So you can do either 5 minutes work, 5 minutes rest, 1 minute work, 1 minute rest, whatever is most comfortable for you. After your high intensity interval is complete, you bring it back down to a light jog, recovering to an RPE of 5 or 6, and bringing your heart rate to 60% of your target heart rate zone. Again, you'll complete this low interval for the same amount of time that you did your high interval. If it was a 5 minutes high interval, it's 5 minutes low interval. If it was 1 minute high interval, you want to do 1 minute low interval. Once your intervals are complete, you bring it down to a slower jog for a cool down of 5 minutes. This concludes our advanced runners interval training program with a jog and a sprint. If you're using the RPE to determine the intensity of your interval, you want to use the Borg rate of perceived exertion scale, which is a scale from 1 to 10 and is a subjective measure of what the intensity level feels like to you. It's not a measurement that you'll get off of the treadmill. You want to have your warm-up and your cool-down both at an RPE of 2 or 3. That means your body is moving through the motions, it's nice and easy, and you'd be able to maintain that for a period of time. You want your low interval to be at a 5 or a 6, which means you're increasing your perspiration You feel your muscles are much warmer and you're starting to get a little bit fatigued. You should be able to maintain a full conversation at an RPE of 5 or 6. Your highest interval would be at an 8. And that's going to be the highest that you're going to raise yourself up to. That should be that you're sweating a lot and not able to maintain a conversation, but simply a couple words. You should be a near max exertion at an RPE of 8. If the intensity level is too comfortable, it's not high enough, and you need to either increase the incline or increase the speed. You want to make sure that you fully recover at your low intervals at 5 or 6 before you increase your high interval up to 8. And again, cool down at an RPE of 2 or 3.
Good.
We hope that you've enjoyed the exercise series on interval training. If you have any questions, feel free to visit us on the web at www.vigorworks.com or stop by in person to speak with any of our fitness professionals. Thank you.